want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
He says he know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews. Now our people are not saying they're Jews, so you know it's not talking about us. It's your Jewish people. He said he know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews when?
And are not.
And are what?
And are not.
They are what?
And are not.
And are not, but who are they?
But are the synagogue of Satan.
They are the synagogue of Satan. Who worship in synagogue?
In September 1947, the UN General Assembly convened in Flushing Meadows, New York. On the agenda were the unscoped recommendations to end the British mandate and partition Palestine into two states, one Jewish and one Arab.
The resolution of the Dutch Committee for Palestine was adopted by 33 votes, 13 against, 10 abstentions.
As the result was made public, a wave of ecstasy swept over the Jews of Palestine. They now experienced what generations of Jews before them could only imagine in their dreams. All Jewish history seemed to have been directed toward this moment.
Here that they say are from Solomon's Temple. And every year I come here, they bring out a little bit more, and so maybe today we'll get to see another little bit of their treasury. This is called a gomer.
Gomer.
And it's made out of bronze. And it does fit with the description of an artifact from the Bible and even the temple. They claim it's from Solomon's temple. This gomer was placed on
Bob tells me they placed the gomer on a stand and used it to collect the blood from a slaughtered animal. But what's remarkable about this is that the Israelites stopped practicing animal sacrifice almost 2,000 years ago.
It's hard to put the word. It's a tangible link
where
with
would they have
the Temple of
gotten
Solomon,
this?
the
Where would
Jewish
they-
people.
Of course, this is quite old. You can see.
But that's just the beginning. This is a treasure trove of religious relics, and each one seems to take us closer to the true story of the Ark.
Moses is holding the 2 tablets of the 10 Commandments on this. They're pulling all kinds of stuff.
The monk is now bringing out a couple of pretty interesting objects. They call them meat forks. People were a lot smaller in ancient times, but this is very old, and I think it could possibly have some kind of connection with priestly garments and the sacrifices of the animals by the Levitical priests.
Well, the only, from what I know of ancient Judaism, the only person who wore the breastplate was the high priest. But he would have had a plate on the front of this that had the stones of the 12 tribes of Israel. The high priest who wore this was considered the sole guardian of the ark. Was he the man buried in the rocks on the island? Was he the one said to have brought the ark here? So if this is here, I mean, all the other stuff says a lot, but if this is here, then it almost requires that the high priest was here. That's compelling. These items were used in Jewish ceremonies. So did Judaism survive here after the Levite priests were gone?
What
did he say? Did their religion take hold in Ethiopia?
It's the Old Testament.
Really?
This whole area was Jewish, and they called themselves